GM, please get it together. Today is day 57 of not having our Cadillac Escalade, waiting on a transmission. Yeah, fun times. And the car's still 230 miles away from the house at the dealership. Hutchison Automotive Group has treated us great. They are, we're on loaner number 2. Had to swap it out in the middle of our trip, and we actually cut our trip a day short just so we could swap out the car. So I'm not going to say that cost us $400, but it might have in order to do that. But anyway, if you want more details other than that, that's really the meat of this one. As we're still waiting. But if you want to hear a little bit more about the why and the what's going on how come it's taken 57 days to get a transmission, which is going to be 57 plus, stick around and we'll talk about that a little bit more, about GM's 10-speed debacle. Stephanie, what do you think of loaner number 2?
Loaner number 2 is much better than loaner number 1. Loaner number 1 seats felt like concrete steps.
That would be the GMC Acadia, right?
Yes.
And this is a Terrain?
It is an AT4.
AT4 Terrain.
I didn't drive the other one, so I can't really tell you the difference on how it drove because I didn't care for it. But this one I like.
Doing okay, huh?
Yeah.
So how does it compare to the Cadillac?
It is not my Cadillac.
No.
But it's nice. I can't fault it in any way. It's just not as plush.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed that little primer. My wife driving her new loaner, but just wanted to give you guys an update on our situation with our Cadillac. And so today is 57 days that the Cadillac has been down. About 6 weeks ago, they ordered a transmission for it. And so this transmission has been on back order forever, it feels like. So I want to not just complain. I said I was going to make a video roasting GM. I'm not going to roast GM. This whole kerfuffle is just, it's just sad at this point. Bobo beep a deep bop. Hey my friends, it's been a minute. Let's talk about the backlog on 10-speed transmissions, because our Cadillac Escalade, we are still waiting for a transmission. We're over 60 days now. Yay! So basically, our Escalade broke down on January 17th, 2026. Today is March, let's see, what is today? March 19th. Yeah, today is March 19th. And just got off the phone with the dealer, and our case has been marked pending. So there's no timeline on the supply of the transmission. So basically GM has more transmissions waiting to be replaced than they have transmissions available. Huge backlog. Huge backlog. And so talked to some folks on Facebook, and one of them told me that theirs was about 60 days for their 2019. We're just in a waiting game. So no complaints against the dealership. They've provided us, we're on our second loaner now. We had to cut our vacation a day short just to, and they had to stay late with us and all that kind of stuff just to swap out the cars. So, but we're on our second loaner, and there's just not a whole lot of updates other than we're just waiting. So GM, please get it together. I've actually filmed this video like 3 times. One of them sounded like a whiny little brat. The other one, I was very angry. So I'm just gonna try to be chill in this video. But yeah, I'm frustrated. I don't know how else to put it. GM's got a parts supply issue. They've got a really junk transmission, and you know, seeing the recalls that are been going on with it, you know, it's back to 2020, and my transmission is in a 2019. So I don't think that 2020 is the cutoff. I think it goes back even further than that. Junk transmission. Oh, and it's $7,500 as well. So yeah, that 700 R4 that I had rebuilt years ago, that I had some heartburn on at $1,200. Yeah, this new transmission makes it feel like a trip down to McDonald's. Cost-wise, not exactly. You know, $1,300 is still expensive, but I did jokingly kind of tell my wife that you know, I could have rebuilt this transmission twice in the last 60 days at least. You know, getting all the books and all the tools, learning how to do it myself. And the reason I said twice is because the first time you would learn how to do it right. The second time you'd do it right. Of course, I'm speaking a little hype and a little hyperbole, but it is what it is. Otherwise, though, it's still a beautiful day. Still a beautiful day on God's green earth. Hey, look at this. Starting to get little hints of green in the trees. Little hints of purple. You know, what do I got to complain about? Don't have nothing to complain about. God's still good. We're still driving. I still got Silva. Still got, you know, good loaner car. It's good. It's all good. We do have a pretty big bill coming up, and we're kind of unsure of exactly how much it'll be, but I'm thinking it's going to be around the $5,500 to $6,000 range. I know that parts prices vary, and the price that we got quoted hopefully will be the price, but I understand prices can change, so hopefully we'll be able to actually keep that price. Sorry guys, but anyway, that's the update. GM's crappy transmissions are so crappy that they can't even keep up with the demand, and so the demand to replace them is what I'm trying to say. So I think whenever I was there last week, our Escalade was kind of parked behind their shop, and there were like 3 or 4 or 5 other SUVs like ours, and some of the newer ones, and I just I don't know, so don't quote me on this. They could have just been in for an oil change on Monday or something, but I just like had this stinky feeling that they needed transmissions as well. And so that's it really feels like the 6-liter debacle back in, you know, 2003, 4, 5, and 6. Whenever the Ford 6-liters were just blowing up left and right in Ford, and Navistar actually came to blows over it. This is what that feels like. It's like you can go to any GM dealership and there's just a row of GM trucks with these 10 speeds that need transmissions, it feels like. And so frustrated owner right here. So yeah, frustrated owner here. I've actually not been able to make good videos, or really any videos, because of it. Because I'm just sitting here thinking every time I like get on camera. I've been so happy with my 2.7 liter Silverado that at times, you know, I go back and listen to the video, sound like a GM fanboy, GM glazer, whatever they want to call them. I just really like my truck. I'm not really a brand guy. I just really like that Silverado. But as far as this experience with GM, I mean, this is like really soured me. And again, it's not the dealership, it's just the parts availability. And what am I going to do? I can just wait. That's all I can do. And so just waiting on a transmission. Thank God and the dealership that they have a loaner they can give me. But other than that, that's really the update, guys. We're still waiting. But if you guys got any questions or thoughts, encouragement, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget that awesome little cowboy hat emoji if you made it all the way to the end. Thank you guys so much. I hope y'all have an awesome day.